My name's Elisa Schubert, and I work for 2 school districts in Lebanon County. The first one is the Cornwall-Lebanon School District, and then I also do the routing, or I'm the fleet manager for the Eastern Lebanon County School District. It's really hard right now to maintain the number of bus drivers that you need, so you're putting routes together, you're filling up the buses. You could be running a double route. You could be sharing. The routing of the buses, I've always found it to be fairly simple. BusPlanner makes it even more simple. But when you're pushing things together and trying to make time frames, that's where it gets a little bit difficult. We knew we were going to reroute all of the buses. We knew we were going to take a whole look at the district when we did BusPlanner. So we had what they gave us, and then we made another copy of it, and we blew it all apart, and then we put it all back together. So during the implementation process, BusPlanner took the old database, copied it, put it into the mapping system, copied our routes, put them into the system, and then handed it back to us. And then they spent 2 or 3 days, I can't quite remember, going over it with us in person. They came in person, we went over it. And then from that point forward, any problems that we've had, we can call them. And they respond very quickly. The training has been very good. BusPlanner is the easiest one to use. It looks like a Windows-based program. It functions that way. And if you use a PC type computer, it just flows right in. For communication purposes, with the one district, we do the parent portal. And it's very nice when we roll the database over for the next year and we open the database, we tell the parents, transportation is open, take a look at it, let us know if you have any problems. Over the years that we've done it, at first, there were a lot of people that were resistive. Now all the parents have accounts. The only ones we have to deal with every year are incoming students who are new to the district or kindergarten. So we're very limited on our problems now. As I said, because of the way we built the routes, when we roll it over, it's very easy. What used to take weeks now takes maybe a day, day and a half. We pull in our GPS information. We can see what the bus driver does, what they're supposed to be doing. We have a lot of rural areas. And as most people know, those addresses don't pinpoint correctly. So when we pull the GPS data in, we're able to align where the actual bus stop is, and then that feeds the information back to our routing system, makes it very efficient. We send a driver out who's never driven the route. They can see the bus stop coming up on our tablets, and it's calculating the feet. And they know which way to look, right or left. It makes a big difference when it's dark out if you're focused to the left or focused to the right looking for a student. So they had built a new school. And what they were doing is, I wasn't really able to reduce the routes down, but I was able to make it more efficient with the same number of buses. They had a lot of shuttles running back and forth between the schools. We were able to assign to the specific elementary schools specific buses. That way the drivers got to know the students. We were able to assign buses to each school so the principals and the teachers and everybody knew who the driver was, know who the bus is. You weren't losing students. At the other district, they have always been super efficient. That's just the way they were. It's really hard to describe it. At one time, it was like phones ringing off the hook. You'd have 100 messages in the voicemail. We now have a couple rings, hardly any voice messages. some of the districts that I still work with that have not fully converted to BusPlanner. There are 2, and they are using another one. And I'm like, they tell me, and we talk, how long does it take you to do a rollover? How long does it take you to do this? And it's just time consuming. The support's not there. If I'm looking to feed something from the student information system into BusPlanner, I give them a call. If I can't figure it out, they fix it for me or they walk me through it. If I'm talking to one of those other routing softwares, they don't want to help you. They don't want to walk you through it, and it seems to be as laborious as possible. If they were hesitant to join, I think they would really need to sit down, take a look, and possibly do a little demo on routing, because that's the big thing in BusPlanner is the routing. So showing them how easy it is to build a route, put the kids on the route, and how much time it doesn't take versus how much time the other ones take. I think that's the big selling point. BusPlanner is easy, it's friendly, and it's painless.